According to a survey carried out by Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) and the Center for Research and Information on Substance Abuse, nearly 15% of the adult population in Nigeria, which is around 14.3 million people, are into active use of psychoactive drug substances. It is a rate much higher than the 2016 global average of 5.6% among adults. The survey showed the highest levels of drug use was recorded among people aged between 25 to 39, with cannabis being the most widely used drug. Sedatives, heroin, cocaine, and the non-medical use of prescription opioids were also noted. The survey excluded the use of tobacco and alcohol. How then is the agency charged with the responsibility of eliminating the menace of drug abuse and its illegal peddling? Fight the scourge.
The criminals, they are always trying to be ahead of law enforcement agencies. I'll just give you two cases. 2 weeks ago, a police officer, mobile police officer, was arrested in Yobe State. He was carrying 59 kilograms of Tramadol, taking it to Maiduguri. Meanwhile, the owner of the Tramadol boarded a flight, Max Air, to Maiduguri. So he bought a flight. When he gets to Maiduguri, the police officer who carried the drug will hand it over and they will take it to Goza. And you know Goza is still the home of the insurgents. So you can see that the criminals are always looking for ways to beat law enforcement agents.
Since 1990s, stemming the flow of opioid imports has proven particularly difficult for Nigerian authorities. Despite its tough stance, Nigeria's rising profile in the hard drug business refuses to wane over the years. The country has been reported to have played a major role in the movement of hard drugs from South America to European and Asian countries. The country's streets have not been spared of illegal peddling of drugs as well. Many seizures of drugs have been reported on major highways, but how is the regulatory agency dealing with this?
What NDLEA is trying to do is to block them before they get into the town. For example, 2 weeks ago, our officers in Gwagwalada, they were able to arrest a Dangote trailer that was carrying 1.1 tons, not kilogram. 1 ton is 1,000 kilograms of Indian hemp, and they were arrested. So within the resources available to us, while the criminals are trying to beat us, we're also trying to, do the best we can to match up with them.
How is the agency dealing with complicit transport operators engaging in illegal trafficking of drugs on Nigeria's major highways?
What our law provides is that if a means of transport is found to have carried or conveyed drug, you seize it. That means of transport is subject to forfeiture after the person who uses it to convey the drug has been convicted, unless the owner shows that there is no way he will have been found to have connived. So what usually happens is, like the Dangote, the corporate body of Dangote will never have known that the driver was going to use it to carry drugs. So what they usually do, after they've loaded the real consignments, then they now connive either on the way to ensure that the carried persons who are carrying prohibited goods, sometimes not necessarily drug alone, but most often our boys have been vigilant, they don't assume, and they have gotten it right on many occasions. So if in this particular case, the company is not able to show that they have done their due diligence to ensure that that vehicle was not used to carry a drug, of course, by law, NDLEA will forfeit the vehicle to the federal government. That's what it does when the driver is convicted.
Are the collaborative efforts with sister agencies yielding any results?
Wherever you see the Nigerian Customs Service, by law, NDLEA is entitled to be there. And that's exactly what is happening. So at every port, seaports, airports, border posts, and border routes, all where customs are manning, or there are men of the Nigerian Customs Service, you see NDLEA there. So while the customs is interested in revenue, NDLEA is to ensure that drugs are not brought into Nigeria. Between 2017, November, and February 2018, NDLEA was able to get intelligence on 64 containers containing Tramadol. And based on the intelligence, the containers were stopped by the Nigerian Customs Service. Both the NDLEA and the Nigerian Customs Service eventually searched 39 out of the 64 containers. And from those 39 containers, over 800 million, close to 1 billion pills of Tramadol were recovered from these containers. So this is just one of the many ways, of the many seizures that we've been able to accomplish, to ensure that these drugs do not enter Nigeria. Following that upsurge, there was a collaboration between Nigeria, Ghana, and India, where these drugs, that is Tramadol now, are being imported into Nigeria. And on 2 occasions now, Nigeria, Ghana, and India, that's NDLEA specifically, the counterpart or the equal of NDLEA in Ghana and in India. We have met in India and we've met in Nigeria to discuss the strategies to ensure that, Tramadol is not illegally shipped from India into Nigeria. As I talk to you, when you compare the seizures we made between 2017 and 2019, it's far, far high. Or, if I should put it in another way, the seizures of 2019 is far, far low than what we seized in the past years. So this collaborative arrangement between Nigeria, Ghana, and India is actually working. So this is just one of the ways by which NDLEA is able to stop drugs.
Can the menace of drugs be totally eradicated?
Take note that it is not possible to totally take drugs out of the society. What is possible is to drastically reduce availability. That's exactly what we're doing. But I know we're going to get there, How early is what I cannot say now. But definitely something is being done to bring some sanity to it. And unless we get to the level where an average Nigerian will not have access to drugs except there's a prescription, especially drugs that require prescription, will be a big challenge. But again, we must quickly see that in this area, one thing government must do is to ensure that access to medical care is affordable. I don't know whether you noticed that in the evenings, go to pharmacy and go to this patent medicine store, you see people lining up to buy drugs in those places. This is because when they go to the hospitals and clinics, the bill that will be given to them, they cannot afford. And meanwhile, people who are sick must take medicine or take drugs fire. So it's a huge circle that needs to be properly addressed by